Everyone, welcome to SCI-EASE. In this video, I am going to start with a new chapter of class 10th, and the name of the chapter is Acids, Bases and Salts. This is a very important chapter of chemistry in class 10th, and it carries 6 to 7 marks in board exam. And here, the concepts will become clear to all of you when I will explain each and every term. So listen to all the videos carefully and intelligently so that the concepts become clear to you. In your junior classes also, you have read about acids and bases. I think it's a chapter in class 7th, acids and bases. There, we have told you a very simple definition of acids. What is that definition? Definition that is, acids are sour in taste. Acids are sour in taste. What do you mean by sour? Sour is khatta. And we gave you the examples of citric acid, that is lemon, tamarind, etc. Okay? But in higher classes, this definition of acids, that is not sufficient. Here the concept, chemically what acid is, chemically what acid is, what base is, what is salt, all these terms that should be clear to all of you. So in your class, I will explain this acid and bases in this video in detail with examples. Sometimes we feel that here there is some irritation in the food pipe and we take the home remedy. Should we take some acid or base? This irritation in the food pipe is due to excess of acid which is present in the stomach that will come up. And this acidity, this is known as acidity, and this acidity that can be neutralized by taking some base, and that is the baking soda. घर में ही हम बेकिंग सोडा को पानी में डाल के we take that in order to neutralize the acidity which is there in your food pipe. Okay, so in this chapter is related to our day-to-day life also. Many things, they will be clear to us that how this happens, why we take this, and what food we should take when there is irritation in the food pipe. Okay? So, in here, we will study first acid. What are acids? The substances that gives H positive ions. Okay? The substances which give H positive ions. So you can take very simple example of HCl. When we dissolve HCl in water, this will give H positive ion plus Cl negative ion. This is a positive ion. Okay? When any substance, the substance when it is dissolved in water, it gives H positive ion, then this is the acid. So we will call HCl as acid. You can take any other example also. Okay, I will take this example. Suppose this is a acetic acid, vinegar, you know. When it is dissolved in water, it will again dissociates into H positive and CH3 acetate ion. H positive and acetate ion, that is CH3COO negative ion. Okay, so the definition that is clear to all of you, that the substances that gives H positive ions when the substance is dissolved in water. So I have given you two examples. Now we will study about the types of the acids. There are two types of acids. One is strong acids and another is weak acids. Strong acid and weak acids. First we will study strong acids. What are strong acids? Strong acids are those acids which completely dissociates in water. When we dissolve an acid in water, it gets completely dissociated. When I take, suppose, 100 molecules of HCl, this will dissociate completely into H positive and Cl negative ion. No, all the 100 molecules, they will be converted into ions. These are the strong acids. What are the examples? Main examples which we come across in the lab, that is HCl, means hydrochloric acid, H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, HNO3, that is nitric acid, and H3PO4, that is phosphoric acid. Okay, we come across these acids in our labs, chemistry lab. Okay, so strong acids which completely dissociates. What do you mean by dissociate? Means break down. They will completely break down into ions, positive and negative ions. Now come to weak acids. Weak acids, when dissolved in water, does not dissociate completely in water. Okay? Which does not dissociate completely in water. Means when we are taking some weak acid, like acetic acid, that is a weak acid. When we take 100 molecules of this acetic acid, maybe 40, maybe 50 molecules, they will be dissociated into H positive and CH3CO negative ions. Not complete dissociation is there. That is why this is the weak acid. Strong acid you can't taste. These acids like vinegar or citric acid, which are edible organic acids, that you can taste. Otherwise, it is not at all advisable to taste an acid. I have told you that acids are sour in taste and you start tasting them. No, HCl, HNO3, sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid, these strong acids, they cannot be tasted. Okay, they are very, very strong. They will harm you. Okay, so weak acids which does not dissociate completely in water. So when I am dissolving this acetic acid in water, that will be dissociated in H positive. H positive जरूरी है क्योंकि definition ही acid की क्या है कि which gives H positive ions plus CH3CO negative, that is acetate ion. Some other examples of weak acids are HCN, that is hydrogen cyanide. Acetic acid I have told you. Then is carbonic acid, H2CO3. That is also the weak acid. And Next one is C6H5COOH, that is the benzoic acid. So these are strong and weak acids. Now we will study about the bases. In your junior classes, what definition you have read about the bases? You say that bases are bitter in taste and soapy to touch. What do you mean by bitter? Bitter means kadwa. You must have tasted baking soda, okay? And that is bitter in taste. But this is not the proper definition of acid. In higher classes, it should be chemically what you define, how you define bases. That I am going to tell you. The substances that gives OH negative ions when dissolved in water. Acids में क्या था? Which gives H positive ions. Here, when bases they are dissolved in water, they gives OH negative ions. This means, what are OH negative ions called? They are hydroxyl ions. Hydroxyl ions. Ions, they are the charged species that you must know, that ions, they are the charged species. When any substance gets dissociated, it will form positive ions as well as negative ions. Positive ions are known as cations and negative ions are known as anions. So when the substance gives us hydroxyl ion, then this is the base. Okay? Now, types of bases. We will study about types of bases. Again, bases, they are of two types, that is strong bases and weak bases. What is the definition of strong bases? Strong bases are those bases which dissociates completely in water. Okay? So, which completely dissociates in water, they are the strong bases. You can take the example of sodium hydroxide. It's a strong base and oftenly used in the lab. So, what is sodium hydroxide? Formula NaOH. When it is dissolved in water, this will form positive as well as negative ions. Positive sodium ions, Na positive, and OH negative ion. Because it forms OH negative ion, that is why it is known as a base. Okay? When the base gets completely dissociated, then this is a strong base. Means if we are taking 100 molecules of sodium hydroxide, it will completely dissociate into sodium and hydroxyl ions. Okay, all the 100 molecules, they will get dissociated. Now, what are other examples of strong bases? Sodium hydroxide, I have told you. Potassium hydroxide, formula is KOH. Calcium hydroxide, that is CaOH whole twice. You must know how to form the formula. Okay. Then is barium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, MgOH whole twice. So I have written some of the examples. Many more you can add. Okay. Now what are weak bases? Weak bases are those bases which does not dissociate completely in water. Okay, same as acids, the definition is same, but the word that will be interchanged. Okay, so bases which does not dissociate completely in water, they are the weak bases. And example of weak base, that is ammonium hydroxide. Okay, this is ammonium hydroxide, NH4 OH. It will when the dissociation of ammonium hydroxide takes place, if we have 100 molecules of ammonium hydroxide, only 50 or 60 molecules, they will be changed into ammonium NH4 positive plus OH negative ions, because it's liberating OH negative ion. That is why it is a base. So I think the fundamental concept about acids and bases, that is clear to all of you. Now in my next video, I will tell you about the indicators. Till then, thank you very much.